Good evening and welcome to KTN's Job Center. Today we'll be looking at funding opportunities for innovations, and none other than Microsoft's Global Lead Sales Strategist, Sharon Harris, is with us in studio to unpack some of the funding programs that young innovators can tap into. Welcome to the show. Welcome to Kenya, Sharon.
Thank you for having me. It's been great to be here.
So far, how's your visit turning out like?
My visit has been absolutely spectacular. Kenya's a beautiful country with amazing people.
You are one of the key leading lights when it comes to technology. You are in charge of global sales strategies at Microsoft. To kick us off, looking at the level of innovations in Africa, what would you make of the trends we've been witnessing, and in specific reference to Kenya?
Well, I think when I look at the trends in Africa, and Kenya specifically, it's really about the surgence of mobile. When you think about a mobile device is literally a computer in the palm of your hand. It provides all of the amazing productivity tools you could need to really help you prepare for what's coming in the future. You know, with the proliferation of mobile banking, with what's happening with mapping, there's a ton of great innovation, and Kenya is definitely poised to lead the way for the continent.
One of the things that we try to look at on Job Center is that how can we link up the young innovators with the market? Is there any program that Microsoft is running, if you could share with us?
Oh, absolutely. Microsoft really runs several programs. My trip, I'm here as a My Skills for Africa volunteer. Microsoft's For Africa program really focuses on three key pillars. The first being access. Giving access to all of our great devices, whether it's our Lumia phones, our software, or other tools. It also works on building skills. We know that there's a huge skills gap, and what's most important, particularly for young workers, is to get the preparation and skills you need to enter the job market. And then thirdly, innovation. Innovation is what's really driving the growth in our marketplace. And we really see the continent of Africa as being a key leader in bringing that innovation to the forefront.
How can the young people be part of this tremendous growth that Microsoft is witnessing?
Well, Microsoft has a number of programs, whether it's mentorships, whether it's training, whether it's device deployment, or just learning how to build an app. You can visit our site at Microsoft.com, or you can visit the For Skills at Africa program and learn more about some of these great programs.
I was just about to talk about the For Africa program.
Yes.
Tell us about it, and how is the success of this program?
This program has been amazingly successful. You know, it's 22 years old, it's a continent-wide program, and it's really been successful in helping to bridge that gap. You know, to be clear, this program isn't about painting walls or helping people do community service-based projects. It's really about bringing Microsoft employees to the continent of Africa so that we can share our skills and our expertise to really further the continent, realize all of the potential that's here. We've had great success. One of our current internship programs, we had 72 graduates. Already 48% of those graduates have jobs at Microsoft for this upcoming year. So we're really excited about all the progress that we're making.
And in relation to this program, how can the young people be part of it, and what do they need to have to actually come on board?
Well, in truth, preparation really is key. So I definitely ask you to visit the Skills for Africa site and really look at all of the criteria. You know, one of the best things you can do is do your homework and your research and really be prepared and apply early.
When we started off, you mentioned that there's been exponential growth in the terms of ICT innovations in Africa, and Kenya to be precise. Do we have enough of funding options for the young people who are innovating various kinds of softwares, various kinds of applications?
Well, you know, that's one thing that Microsoft has really taken on. You know, we have a number of ventures and programs to help with funding, whether it's building your own app or helping you really start your business. One of the most exciting things that we have coming up right now is a program called Make It Happen. Make It Happen is all about making your dreams come true. You can go to hashtag Make It Happen EA. Tell us what it is that you'd like to do. Perhaps it's you want software or a new laptop so you can do better in college. We can help you make that happen. But Microsoft's definitely committed to making sure that the continent of Africa reaches its full potential.
In regard to these innovations, one would want to know, like, you have your innovation, you visited the website, what's next?
Well, what's next is really about being prepared for all of the opportunities. You know, this program really focuses on training, skills assessment, and really sharing all of the great tools and resources that Microsoft has, whether it's software training, whether it's presentation training, or perhaps it's how to manage your books if you have a small business. But really being prepared to really learn and take advantage of all of the opportunities available to you. So I tell anyone who's applying to the program, just be prepared. There's a good amount of work to be done, but it's definitely worth it.
Talking about funding, to the tune of how much should the young innovators be looking at in terms of dollars or even in shillings?
Well, it really does vary depending on the program and what they're trying to accomplish. You know, Microsoft has a long-standing heritage and history around being generous contributors to innovation, but it's really determined by the scope of the project.
And finally, as we wind up as well, what's the outlook like for Microsoft in terms of growing its footprint within Africa and Kenya, to be precise, in regard to innovations?
Oh, the footprint looks really great. You know, we have a new CEO, Satya Nadella, and we really moved into a more mobile-first, cloud-first vision for Microsoft. And clearly, Africa is going to be a key component of that. As I've said, I really consider the continent of Africa to really be a mobile-only place. We've seen the proliferation of mobile devices and services here, really helping to leapfrog the continent forward. So we're really excited about all the growth here and all the growth that's to come.
Thank you for making time. And before I let you go, there's something that everyone from the United States, and you're from Washington, I believe.
Yes.
You like to end with passing out your shout-outs. I'd like to give you just a few seconds as you also take us for the break.
Certainly. Well, if you're interested in learning more, make sure you tweet us at Lumia East Africa, our Facebook page, which is Microsoft East Africa. And of course, you should participate in Make It Happen EA. And you can perhaps win a chance to make your dreams come true. And I have to thank my wonderful drivers, Joseph and Rogers from Hemingway's Nairobi, because they do a great job of avoiding all the Nairobi traffic.
Okay. Well, that brings us to the end of KTN's Job Center. We've been speaking to Sharon Harris, the Global Lead Strategist at Microsoft, just sharing with us what does the outlook look like for Microsoft, and regarding its footprint, they are optimistic that they are on a growth path. Well, that brings us to the end. Coming up next is the day's business news.